You feel me? Yeah. Hello, everybody. Chad Kenyon here, hair colorist and Olaplex ambassador. And I'm here with my client, Dahlia, today. Showing all of you out there at Hairbrained how I balayage, why I do what I do. And Dahlia, it seems like forever since I've seen you. How long has it been?
I think between 3 and 4 months, but the color looks pretty good still.
So I need to do a worse job so that I get to see her more.
You're too good.
And we like to leave, Dahlia's a natural darker blonde. So I like to leave a lot of that darker blonde depth at the bottom. So I'm starting right here. This was my first subsection. We want it to look hyper natural.
Hey everybody, Randy here. If you have any questions for Chad, just feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll pass them on.
Yes, I love questions, love some Q&A. I'm using Solaris Lightener from Eugene Perma, and I'm using Olaplex #1 in my lightener. I use it in all my formulas. Glosses, base colors, toners, everything. Olaplex #1. And this is a clay-based lightener. The consistency is amazing. Where are you guys watching us from? We want to know.
I should make this look so easy.
Thank you. I enjoy doing it. It's very therapeutic. It's cathartic.
Rob Law is asking if you'll be toning this.
I will be toning this. I tone all of my highlights. Even if it's with a clear gloss, I like to get some shine and some luster in there. And I like to seal the cuticle with an acid-based gloss. It allows light to bounce off of the hair and create shine. I'm just going to pick some of these pieces out here and do the ends. Just tip them out a little bit. But remember, doing real balayage is going all the way to the root too, or at least knowing how to go all the way to the root.
Randy's asking what volume of developer you like.
This is a 30 volume. I want to get it nice and bright and cut through any underlying pigment, but I don't want to over-process the hair at the same time. That's another reason I'm using Olaplex #1 in my lightener.
Tell us about the consistency of your lightener. It seems like it has a good amount of thickness to it.
Yeah, it's pretty thick. I would say I like it like a thick yogurt.
So it's not so much about a mixing ratio, it's more that you just kind of look for the
consistency. Yeah. for sure. It's very important. And that's why I have a little liquid 30 volume here, so that I can add it in if I need to just
Clever. Yeah, Randy
perfect that
looks a
consistency.
little thicker than what he usually mixes up.
Yeah.
Now with 30 volume, do you have to work quick?
My normal pace. I work pretty quickly,
Yeah.
which is why it helps to have assistants. I know a lot of people who work without assistants that do beautiful color, but I think it really pays off to have an extra set of hands.
How long does an assistant usually stay with you before they leave
Like
the
20
nest?
years. I would like. No, like 2 years. This is Luna. Say hi to Luna. She's my new assistant. So I'm taking 2 sections here, 2 subsections.
So for those of you who might not know Chad, we're here in Beverly Hills, and you should know that he does lots and lots of celebrities that he doesn't usually, kind of like tout himself about. But he is one of the most sought after hair colorists in the LA area, if not the country. So you're all pretty lucky to be right over his shoulder right now.
I will take that compliment. Yeah, I'm happy you guys are here. Let me know what questions you have. I love doing live Q&A.
Yeah, it seems like they're a little shy today.
I know, you guys, don't be shy with me.
Tell me why you are painting this one a little bit differently. That's kind of an interesting.
This one a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I'm going toward, as I'm lower, I want to create a little bit more depth. And as I go higher on the scalp, closer to the top, I want to fill it in a little bit more. But I'm still leaving a little depth in there.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, Dahlia will come in like every, 3 months?
Yeah, Dahlia, it sounds like she has a pretty rough job having to go to all these concerts, shows.
I'm busy. I've got a great job. I'm just really busy. So
That's a good thing.
I can only see Chad every 2 months.
During COVID, I was going to her house to do it.
I wasn't going to let my hair look bad.
No.
And Dahlia uses the full line of Olaplex at home.
I do.
She's all stocked up. We already covered that. Whenever I do a consultation, I go through product usage with my clients as well. And I ask them what they need more of, what they're good on, if they need tips on maybe how to use things. Even clients that have been with me for years, I always go over product usage with them.
Yeah, how important is it?
I mean, it's super important because that's what maintains their hair at home in between salon visits. The right products will maintain your hair. Did I mention Olaplex?
Yeah, how long have you been an ambassador with Olaplex?
Since 2014. Since the very beginning.
Randy says, I'm here on a sunny afternoon, day off, and I'm still watching.
I love it. Hi, Randy.
That's when you know you're passionate about what you do.
Exactly. Can you hold those little babies down for me? Thank you.
Looks like a fresh manicure there.
Yes, she just got her nails done. I like that color too.
Mm-hmm. Randy said he's been doing it for 40 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
Randy, where are you at? Where are you watching us from?
He's standing right outside the window right there.
Right?
Sherry Cobb said, "So cool. She appreciates what you're doing."
Sherry?
Yeah, he's in. Randy's in Brookfield, Wisconsin.
Oh, cool. I love that. I'm from the Midwest too. I'm an Illinois boy.
When did you come to California?
I came to LA in 2008, but I lived in Madrid, Spain for 16 years. I did my last year of college over there, and then I stayed for 16 years. That's the condensed story.
Now, did you learn Spanish there, or did you go there already knowing Spanish?
I had a minor in Spanish, so I knew all the vocabulary, I knew grammar. I was a good student, but I was like afraid to speak and make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So as I got more and more comfortable in Spain, made more Spanish friends, I became less afraid of like making mistakes, and that's where I really picked up on speaking fluently.
Were you coloring hair in Spain?
I was doing bleach and tones for club kids, and it was a different life. It was a different life.
Wow.
And then I moved back here and learned to do Beverly Hills hair. Color.
Hi, Lori. People just saying hi. Any questions you have for Chad, just please pass them on and I'll relay them to Chad. Or Luna, if you have questions for Luna too.
Yes. Luna wants to participate. I'm going to pull this chair over this one a little bit. You want to do fresh? So we're going to do fresh Lightener right now. Luna will go and make fresh Lightener.
Okay.
It's important to keep the bowl fresh so that I can always gauge the potency. I want it to be predictable.
Okay.
The longer the bowl sits there, the weaker it gets. And I don't want to be lightening hair, especially someone that wants to be blonde like Dahlia, super blonde. We want it to be potent.
Okay.
I can clip it. Thank you. You're a helper.
Now, do you ever use 40 volume or 20 volume, or are you a 30 volume guy when it comes
No, I switch it up depending on the client. I even use 50 volume sometimes.
to? Wow. And does Olaplex help you get away with that, or?
Yeah, it definitely does. Remember, I'm only surface lightening, so I'm not putting anything in foils, so that decreases the potency,
Ah, understood.
the effectiveness. Let me see. Let me jump a little bit. Okay, close your eyes. Always want to take safety precautions with your clients when you're balayaging. So when you work around the face frame, it's a good idea to ask them to close their eyes. Little Bee Gees in the background. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you applying much over direction, or are you kind of thinking about it at natural fall most of the time when you're painting?
When I do around the face frame, I usually do over direction. We call that strobing.
Okay.
Can you take this out and hold it with your hands, please?
You seem like you've pioneered a lot of kind of your own techniques. Is strobing one of those?
Strobing is one of those, yes. Yeah, it just gives a really nice light to the face frame, and it accentuates facial features and eye color. And
seems like the way you approach this, every hair matters.
every hair does
Really
matter.
considering it.
Yeah, even the ones I'm not painting, I'm taking those into consideration too. Chin up for me, Dahlia.
Yep.
Thank you, baby. You're a supermodel.
You make me feel like one.
Hi, everybody. This is your chance to pick Chad's brain about this stuff. So if you have any questions, don't hold back. There's no
Yes, please ask questions.
bad questions.
I'm taking diagonal sections. That also helps lift up the facial features.
Ah, that's a good trick.
A little inner contouring.
So now you're adding the freshly mixed lightener to the paddle, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, I want it to be nice and fresh. I want that creamy consistency.
So it seems like your brush, like sometimes it's almost flat to the hair, and then other times it's more vertical to the hair.
Yeah, when I want to create more of a horizontal, more of a vertical line, I'll lift my elbow up. Okay, so, and that's going to allow me to paint with more precision. And then when I want to saturate more hair or feather, I'll hold my brush more flat.
Gosh, it's just such a neat application that you're doing here.
Thank you.
Does it take time to kind of develop the touch that you can lay this out and it stays neat and you don't have to worry so much about it?
About it like bleeding and yeah. Well, that's why I use a clay-based lightener, because it dries right away on the outside and it stays moist on the inside, which means it's still lightening the hair.
Okay.
But the clay is what helps it stay. It helps it form that dry sort of crust on the outside of the lightener so that it doesn't bleed into hair that I don't want it to touch.
Now on the rinsing process, will you rinse this kind of in the order that you started? Or?
Always, yeah. And Luna's always, she's checking over right now to see where, like how the hair is lifting, so that we'll know when we need to rinse. And also so that we'll know when we need to deactivate. Sometimes toward the ends, they're already blonder. The lightener may not need to stay on as long as it would up here. So we would deactivate with a spray bottle of water. As we all know, water turns off the lightener.
So even though this is clay, it'll keep working for... Rita's asking what volume you're using.
30 volume.
Thank you for the question, Rita. And what brush are you using?
I'm using the Power Painter from Framar. I use it for, it's a balayage brush, but I use it for my base colors, for my glosses, for everything.
And here you go again, kind of like painting a little bit on the diagonal.
Yes.
Yeah. Lori's asking how long you'll let this process.
You know what? I watch it. I never set a timer. I'm on top of it. I'm watching it. I'm looking at underlying pigment. And when it reaches inside of a banana peel, we'll rinse. Dahlia likes to be blonde.
Blonde, blonde.
Blonde.
And generally, how do you book your balayage appointments?
I need like 2.5 hours for a full balayage. For me to paint, like 45 minutes, and then my assistants can do the rest at the shampoo bowl. I'm also very hands-on when it comes to doing the shadow root and the color melt.
So you'll be with just one client at a time, or do you overlap your clients?
I'll have like maybe a base color going, a treatment at the shampoo bowl, a gloss, and then one balayage client. So I'll only do one balayage client at a time. Okay, close your eyes, baby. I don't always do these little babies, but they're getting to a length where they need it, and they're getting a little dark. So we're just going to dust over those.
And if you have a kind of a real fine section, I noticed that you put a little bit less lightener on those pieces.
Yes, I just want to dust over it.
Okay.
Did I take from the next section? No. Let's lower that, please. And then you can diffuse again. That would be great.
When you help people to learn how to balayage, what do you feel like the top 3 things that people really need to work on to get good results?
Saturation, feathering, and formulation. But no two balayage artists balayage exactly the
I've
same.
noticed that. So how does saturation, so it's not as simple as you either put product on the hair or not. It's kind of a spectrum of pressure.
Of saturation. Sometimes I want a little less toward the top, so it looks a little more feathered, like I'm doing now. And then maybe toward the ends, I want to, especially if she's not already blonde, I would want to saturate more so that it looks more sun-kissed.
I've noticed how careful you are where you taper off where she's been previously lightened.
Right, exactly. I don't want to overdo it. Okay, lovey. Close your eyes for me. Perfect. One more section.
It's very hypnotic watching you do this.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's very relaxing.
It is for me too.
Now, what's the first thing that you're going to teach Luna about balayaging and
balayaging.
yeah.
I'm going to teach her how to balayage to the root. A lot of people are afraid to balayage to the root. I always say a real balayage artist can go all the way to the root. They don't just tip out. So I want her to be able to do that right off the bat.
What a great way to learn, to hold hair for you while you're doing this. And
observe, right?
yeah, yeah.
Did you hear how lucky you are? Hold that down really flat for me. Thank you, baby.
Gusta is asking, hey, will you root shadow and gloss after or only gloss?
You know what? With Dahlia, we're going blonder and blonder lately, so I might just do one global gloss. In the past, I've done shadow root and global gloss, so I'm going to have to see today how the hair color lifts, and then I'll make that call. So you have to stick with this till the very end to decide to see. Let's hold these little babies out. Your eyes closed, babe? Thank you. Those baby face frame pieces, I just go over very delicately. And then we're watching those all the time to see if they need to be deactivated first. Let's see, is this ready? Not quite yet. You want to make fresh? Thank you, baby. What? I will. And notice when I'm diffusing the lightener, I want to warm it up just a little bit so that it gives lots of sparkle and shimmer on the hair. I never hold the dryer in one place. I'm always moving it. Otherwise, we could compromise the hair. And the Dyson Pro is perfect for doing this.
That intelligent heat control.
What's that?
The intelligent heat control.
That's right.
Now tell us again about your formulation and the Olaplex that you used in the formula and why.
Yeah, I'm using Solaris from Eugene Perma. It's a clay-based lightener from France. And I use Olaplex #1 in all of my formulas. So it's in this lightener formula. And that's going to rebuild broken disulfide bonds, which means it's strengthening the hair every step of the way. I also use Olaplex #1 in my glosses, in my tints, in my base colors, in my toners, in every product, because I always feel that any formula without Olaplex #1 in it is a mediocre formula because it's not doing all that it could do if it doesn't have it in it. So Looking good, Dahlia. Oh, I should take my stool. That's good. Thank you, baby. I'm gonna grab those little babies. Thank you. Here, take those little babies too. Thank you. Okay, you want to hold that forward, baby? You need extra set of hands, don't you? I like to have it kind of clean across the brush like that when I start painting.
What I've noticed about your approach to this application is that you're not kind of moving erratically. You're moving very smoothly, steadily. You're not. It doesn't seem like you're rushing at all. Yet you're finishing this pretty quick.
Right. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, being methodical. Yeah, I definitely don't rush when I balayage. I like to take my time. For me, like each subsection is its own universe. So, okay, chin up and close your eyes.
Does Olaplex make things possible that wouldn't be possible without the product?
Yeah, absolutely. There are clients that I used to say no to, like new clients that would come in and their hair was really damaged. And I would just have to tell them no. And now I can do standalone treatments with Olaplex #1 in water and Olaplex #2, and get their hair, bring their hair back to, bring the integrity back to their hair, and then I can work with it.
And now they have take-home products for.
Now they have, yeah, 0 and 3. So you can do your own kind of standalone treatment at home with Olaplex #0 and #3. 0 is like a liquid. Well, it is a liquid. You have styling products now, oils, anti-humidities, serums.
You've got 2 cameras on you now, Chad.
I love it. Some behind the scenes.
And now this one, I noticed you're painting a little bit lower. Is that just, you're reacting to what you're seeing?
Yeah, I'm just reacting to what I'm seeing, and I just want to leave it a little depth there. Now this next section, I'll go higher. This next subsection. Dahlia, you have lots of little baby hairs.
Is that a good thing?
It's a good thing, yeah.
Maybe it's the vitamins that I take.
Yeah, could be. Are you taking biotin?
Yeah, I'm taking a pretty intense multivitamin that has biotin.
Nice. Almost done.
Yeah, I could see how painting up that high close to the scalp would make a young colorist or anybody really nervous.
Nervous.
You have to be putting it in the right spot.
In the right spot. You don't want to go over. The brush can also snag hairs from the section above, which is not intentional. Everything should be, for me in hair color, everything should be intentional.
Now, will Luna eventually be able to go with you on celebrity color jobs?
Yes, of course.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. We have a couple coming up in the next month, so. Packing is a big part of that because you can't forget anything. Once you get to someone's home, you need to have everything there. No pressure. Thank you, baby. My allergies are crazy today.
Yeah, it's been affecting me too.
Close your eyes, baby. Okay, straight up.
So for those of you who are just joining, we're here in Beverly Hills with Chad Kenyon. He's sharing his tips and tricks to balayage. Dahlia is falling asleep probably.
Very relaxing.
But she was out late last night, quote unquote, working. And the one with all the hands is Luna over here.
The octopus. Just like to leave a little depth there. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That promotes a better grow out.
Her grow out was incredible, and she said that she hadn't been here in months. I just couldn't believe it.
She has a nice base color to paint on as well. Level 7.
Kind of the best, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, close your eyes if they're not already, baby.
How's that back looking?
The back is looking really good. You want to peek
Yeah.
over there? See, it's at a nice
Oh.
level 910.
That looks great.
Sparkle, sparkle. So I'm going to finish this section. We'll put some plastic over this last section. Do a quick diffuse just to get things sparkling up. And then we'll rinse the back. Let's diffuse this side too. You can wait till I'm done.
I find that colors and people who are terrific at balayage seem a little bit like chefs, you know, where you have a lot going on, you have a lot of different timings going on, and you have to like keep it all cool. And
We are cooking hair.
yeah. Are you a good cook? Are you a good baker?
I am great at ordering delivery. I grew up in the restaurant business. My parents owned a restaurant, my grandparents. I owned a restaurant in Spain,
Okay, so no interest.
but I was never in the kitchen.
Okay. So you're a foodie, but just not.
I'm a foodie for sure.
Are any two applications the same?
No, they're always different, even on the same client.
So you can't really say this is like
Cookie
this
cutter.
is the pattern, and you know.
I actually hate the word pattern.
I can see.
You can see.
Yeah, no, I just.
Yeah, and I don't like the word line. I don't like painting lines in the hair. I like painting texture.
Every time you strike a section, I'm playing a little game with myself, trying to think of what you're going to do, and you completely do something.
Do the
different than I
opposite.
thought.
I'm unpredictable.
That makes it hard for your clients to go see anybody else too.
Exactly.
Well, I think I've been with Chad for what, 6 years?
Yeah,
I
have you ever
think
tried
so.
cheating on Chad?
Never.
Not that you're willing to talk about while he's coloring your hair.
Never crossed my mind.
No, she really hasn't.
I can see that.
I did
So
her
you know
I did-
right away, right?
I did her wedding hair.
Yeah,
It was so pretty. I say humbly.
it was pretty.
It's fantastic to watch how you're kind of feathering both ends of this, up at the root, and then also where it tapers off into hair that's already been lightened.
Right. It's kind of two different types of feathering because the pressure that I'm applying to the brush is different in each case. Excuse me, babe.
Yeah, I could see that there would be a real danger of like over brushing this and actually taking too much product off at the root where you really want that saturation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is there anything that you can really do to have these sides processed at the same time, or you kind of always just figure that that side's going to be done before this side?
Yeah, the back is always going to be done first, and then I move to this right side generally, depending on their part, and then I go to the left side. So usually it's in order.
And working that way allows you to rinse really easily too, because you're not like rinsing something on the top or underneath.
That's why I start in the back. If you started in the front, they would have to get on their knees to rinse. Okay, let's rinse the back, baby. Try not to look down.
You mind if we film this?
No, not at all.
Okay. We'll stay on.
Let me check this side. Not yet. Close though. So we're just rinsing the back right now. She's kind of smashing her hair a little bit here, so we want to avoid that. Make sure it's going like straight out. Perfect. Okay. Relax back.
Easy enough.
Okay.
And this will just kind of be the process for...
Yeah, we just kind of
side.
diffuse and watch it. This first side that I painted, the right side, is almost ready. So we'll be rinsing there very shortly. I think I want to take you like a little blonder today.
Okay, great.
Like maybe no shadow root and just a global gloss.
Do it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll never say no to blonder.
yeah. And then you can gauge. Next time if you're like, oh no, I like the grow better with the shadow root, then we can go back to that.
Okay.
But I've been doing a lot of that lately.
Okay.
I did it with Trisha too.
Did you?
Chad, before you close this, could you just tell us a little bit about like the trends that you're seeing and kind of the way you're moving your clients?
I'm seeing my blondes are going a lot blonder, a lot more redheads, a lot of strawberry blondes. And I just had a client that I've been taking blonde for a while, go jet black, blue black.
Oh my God.
And I'm getting a lot of requests for that too. I always try to like persuade them not to do that because it's hard
changing your mind, right?
Well, it's hard to come back from that. But it came out great, and she went to Paris Fashion Week, and we got some really great photos of her shiny blue-black hair. So, but yeah, lots of the blondes are going blonder, and lots of redheads and warm tones.
Now, I know that you are, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you're always like king of like naming colors. So what are you calling your reds this season? What are you calling your hues of blonde?
I have a red that I've been doing a lot of lately, which I call chili con mango. Mango con chile, excuse me.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chad. We really
Yes,
appreciate
thank you guys
all of
for
your tips and
watching.
tricks. Will you make sure that we get a finished picture? So that we can
Yes,
pin it
you'll get
for
all
you?
the befores and the afters right here on Hairbrain.
Okay, give us just a recap of what you did, what you used, and why.
I balayage Dahlia. I used Eugene Perma Solaris clay-based Lightener from France. The clay is actually from the region of Champagne. It has a really good consistency, so it's not just marketing. and it creates for like a thick yogurt consistency, which I really like for painting. And I've lifted Dahlia from her level 7 up to a level 9-10. And we're going to do, instead of a shadow root and a global gloss, we're just going to do a global gloss today and keep it nice and bright all over.
Great. And which Olaplex products did you use, and what are you going to suggest that she takes home?
I used Olaplex #1 in my lightener and in my gloss. And Dahlia will be going home with, what do you need?
Well, I have 3 at home. I use 9, I use 7, I have the purple shampoo, so I have it all at home.
She's stocked up.
Yeah, one of everything.
I've already preached the gospel of Olaplex to Dahlia, more than enough.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you again, Chad.
Thank you, guys.
Really appreciate it. Thanks, Dahlia.
Of course.